And tonight, inside the Amica Mutual Pavilion, we've got Big East basketball as the Providence Friars take on the DePaul Blue Demons. And hello again, everyone. John Rooke along with Joe Hassett. And the Friars will try to sweep the season series against DePaul. And it's almost, Joe, at the point where you'd have to call that a necessity, especially where the Friars are with 6 games remaining in the regular season. They really can't afford, at this stage of the year, to stumble to someone perhaps that they probably shouldn't stumble to, especially when you're on the bubble for the tournament.
No, you know, absolutely right. I mean, the DePaul team is just 3-21. They're 0-13 in the Big East. They do have some talent, but they just don't know how to play together. And they start a young unit, John. They start a freshman, a Bass, and 2 sophomores. So they've taken their lumps this year, but you got to be ready to play every night because you never know. Somebody could get hot, and you never know what can happen. But this is the type of game that you have to win big because you could actually your net could go down in this one. I mean, go up as far as the numbers go because you're playing a DePaul team that's ranked awful there. They're way down on the bottom.
300s.
They're 320 in the net.
The first time in the 44-year history of the Big East, and certainly really since more recently, I guess we'd say since Ken Palm was determined as a ratings service for college basketball, which was about 2002. First time that the Big East has had a team ranked in the 300s.
Yeah, and it's 320 too. It's not like close. So, I mean, this has been a tough conference this year. There's a lot of conferences are very tough this year. But this DePaul team, they fired their coach halfway through the season, and they've really struggled. So Friars have to keep that momentum going. They beat St. John's. They need to get to that 8th win in this one. Then you got to go on the road Wednesday to Xavier. So it's the first one to 11 wins. That's what you want, that group in the middle there. And this is a start right here against DePaul. You got to keep it going and don't come out here and take them lightly.
You mentioned beating St. John's 75-72 in here in the building on Tuesday, and it was a step that needed to be taken. This one is one that can't be overlooked because, as you said, there's so much more important basketball to be played. And how about UConn? They destroyed Marquette in Hartford today, and you still get to play UConn and Marquette both left on the schedule.
Yeah, I mean, UConn looked just unbeatable today. They were terrific. They don't have any weaknesses, UConn. I mean, every position they're too deep, and you just have to go out there and play them tough and hope they have a couple of off nights shooting the ball. Maybe you can catch them. But they come in here the last game of the year, but we're worried about that when that happens. But to take care of this ball game first, Chico Carter for DePaul didn't play the last number of ball games. Didn't play against the Friars in Chicago. He was hurt, but he's supposed to be back in this game, and he's their leading scorer. So there's a new element for DePaul to go to on the offensive end. And defensively, the Friars scored 100 points on this DePaul team in Chicago. So the defense of DePaul needs to pick up, but if they want to stop the Friars need to get at their strengths, get on the glass, and then rebound the ball defensively, and then get down the floor for some easy baskets.
I think that's the key. You want to make sure that if you're going to come out at all tonight, and you want to send a message, I think, early and make sure that you keep these guys down and don't give them an opportunity, because we've always thought that DePaul, Georgetown, the teams that are at the bottom of this Big East, would be capable of popping anybody on any given night, and it hasn't happened yet this year. You never want to be the first.
No, I mean, DePaul's averaging 64 points a game. They're giving up 81 points a game, so they don't play a lot of defense, so you got to come out here and get after them. And right, John, you don't want to have a letdown and come out here and put a stinker on the board and lose to a DePaul team. That would just crucify your season. So they need to come out here and be strong in this game and put this away. Very rarely do you have a game that you look at on your schedule and say, well, we should get a W there, but you don't want to take anybody for granted. The toughest thing for a coach right now is make sure these guys don't come out here and just think they can cruise through the motions and win the ball game. Come out here and spank them early and take them out of the misery.
Friars are 16-9 overall, 7-7 in the league. A win tonight would move them into 5th place, at least temporarily, in the Big East. DePaul 3-21, 0-13 in the league. They've lost 12 straight games and have not yet won a game in 2024. We'll talk about the matchup with the Blue Demons with the head coach of the Friars, Kim English, coming up next. From Learfield, this is Providence Friar basketball.
One lucky fan is going home with a prize pack, courtesy of the Rhode Island Lottery. There's the Providence Friars game day app.
Let the mic back.
For Providence College basketball. Scan the QR code that you currently see on the video board to download the app today. Make sure you turn on your location services to access all game day features, including programs.
There you go. You're welcome.
Scan the QR code that currently appears on the video board.
Got it?
To
all right.
access tonight's game day program.
What's her name, John?
Pam Watts.
Where's she
Pamela Watts.
Oh, she worked at Channel 10?
She worked at Channel 6 for a long time.
Okay. I thought I would recognize. I don't know what station she was on.
We just put her in the Rhode Island TV and Radio Hall of Fame a year ago.
Yeah, she was interviewing me. She had to step on a stool.
Yeah, right.
They're doing that for Ernie D's
yes, book. Yeah.
What's up, Friar Town? It's Man Flanny here, alongside the legendary crowd favorite himself, DJ Finesse, and a future fanatic, and a couple Friar fanatics here for a big game in Friar Town. As you can see, we're rocking the throwbacks, and we're going to need your energy all night. You can start it off by continuing the tradition and stand into the Friar score, presented by Laxico. Let's go, Friars!
It was a frosty week in Friartown, and it comes to a close tonight at the end. Hello, Friar fans. Nick Ross here with the Dave's Market Fresh Take of the game. Your Providence Friars host the DePaul Blue Demons tonight at 7:30 p.m. on FS1 and 99.7 FM WPRO. Last time out, Friars defeated DePaul 100-62, which leads me to today's trivia question. Before that game, when was the last time the Friars scored 100 points? It's been a good week for the Friars. Friars defeated St. John 75-72 Tuesday night right here at the game. Josh O'Garrow had 28 points, his 7th 20-point game.
I agree.
Devin Carter had 14 points.
I think we win Wednesday. Somehow win Wednesday. Win tonight, win Wednesday. Then we're right back in the mix. We're right there.
Oh yeah, no question.
If we don't win Wednesday, we're in trouble.
I know. Well, we still have Villanova and UConn here, but
well, I'm counting Villanova as a win. UConn, I don't think you can count that.
No, I can't.
I don't see
UConn
here.
I told Kevin Mack 3 weeks ago, I don't think UConn's going to lose another game. I really don't believe they can lose another game.
I don't think so.
I mean, we probably played them as tough as anybody in the last month and a half. I mean, we were in that game, but I mean, it beat us up so bad playing them. We went to Villanova and we had nothing. Nobody wants to admit that, but that's the truth, man.
It's true.
They got beat up bad.
It's true. It's true.
We went out. I mean, our team hasn't played like that against Villanova against anybody. They had nothing. They had nothing in the tank.
Just search for Providence College Athletics. This has been the Dave's Market Fresh Take of the game for PC Friars MVP. I'm Nick Roberts.
It's 20?
Why is that?
Yeah, why would it go up a half? Even if Chico Carter's playing.
There must be more money on Providence. That's what's going on.
Yeah. What do you want to do for a matchup?
Well, we'll do Nelson. He's their best player, right? Other than Chico Carter. We can't really use him because he hasn't played, right?
Not starting.
So we'll
he may play, but he's not starting.
Put Nelson against Maduro?
Yeah.
Even though he's a forward?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's hear it for your Providence College Friars.
It's tough to find a matchup against these guys. The kid Abbas, though, yeah.
Well, I would tell you that Elijah Fisher, because he's the one that hit us for 19.
He was what,
probably
9 for 11?
Yeah, 9 for 11 on the 4. Maybe against Ticket, huh?
Well, we put Ticket or Carter on him, maybe.
Yeah, I would think so, right?
Yeah.
I'll let you pick.
You pick it. You tell when you get into it. I'll know who you're picking. That I'll just go from there. It'll be a big surprise.
Okay. All right, no Black National Anthem tonight. Okay. Just looking at the clock thing here.
Go, man.
John and Joe back inside the amp, moments away from a tip-off between Providence and DePaul tonight. It is time to do a little shopping. Midland Roofing. Protect this house. Matchup of the game. I think we can start at very least with Deshaun Nelson, who is their second leading scorer, 6'8" in the middle, probably against Joshua Duro. But the guy who really played well against the Friars 1 month ago tonight, Joe, back on January the 17th in Chicago, was Elijah Fisher, their sophomore transfer from Texas Tech, who lit the Friars up for 9 for 11 from the floor and 19 points. And I would expect that we would see some form of ticket gains and or even potentially Devin Carter on here.
Yeah, the matchups in this one, you can pick a lot of different ones there. But, Fisher was 9 for 11, but that was mostly garbage time in that ball game. But, he's a guy that anybody who gets hot on the opposition, we know who's going to play him. Devin Carter's going to show up, and he won't be hot anymore. We'll just shut him right down. And Nelson, he's a guy who's a good post-up player inside, and he can get people in foul trouble, but he also gets himself in foul trouble. So either one of those guys you have to worry about, and I think the Friars will be able to take care of it.
We've been told that Chico Carter, the 6'2 graduate student guard out of Columbia, South Carolina, played at the University of South Carolina, was once a teammate of Devin Carter's at South Carolina. The last game he played in was against the Friars a month ago. He's been out for the last 7 games with rib injuries. We've been told that he may play tonight.
Yeah, they said he's available to play, so, he's their leading scorer when he's not playing. Now that he's playing, he's the guy you have to allot for, so the matchup on him, if he does get in the game, probably see Jaden Pierre. Jaden Pierre's had matchups this year where he's had to play the point guard or the scoring guard on the other team a lot of minutes to get Carter off the ball a little bit unless somebody gets hot.
And, of course, we should mention that Tony Stubblefield was fired just a game later after the Friars beat DePaul 100-62 last month. And Matt Brady is the interim head coach. He was on the bench as an assistant, and Brady's been a head coach in Division I basketball, 12 years, in fact, and led James Madison with the 2012 NCAA tournament. But he's 0-6 since taking over.
Yeah, he walked into a tough situation there with DePaul. And the league this year, the Big East is very, very tough, and there's no games that you feel like he has a shot at winning. But, hey, when you have home games, they're home games. Nobody goes to the games anyway, so they really don't have a home game. So it's a tough situation for Brady to be in.
And all he wants to do is just win a game to show that he can. So that's what the Friars are really up against tonight.
All he wants to do is get home. He wants the season to end. That's what he wants.
So he can start looking for a job?
No.
I thought that too. I'm just saying. Saying. All right, we'll have the starting lineup, so we're going to tip it off. Providence and DePaul coming up next from Learfield. This is Providence Friar basketball.
Good.
For tonight's matchup between the DePaul University Blue Demons and your Providence College Friars.
Matt Potter.
Matt.
Stand with our players, coaches, and officials in honoring America and celebrating.
Yeah, I had 2 officials there voting me tonight.
Austin's just rubbing his to get the shit off.
Two officials said hello.
What's so proudly here as the twilight that we whose broad shores and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gathered Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of free and the
And tonight, inside the Amica Mutual Pavilion in downtown Providence, Rhode Island, in the Big East, it is Providence and DePaul. Hi again, everyone. I'm John Rooke with Joe Hassett. The Friars 16-9, 7-7 in the league after a 75-72 win over St. John's on Tuesday. DePaul has lost 12 straight and lost to number one ranked UConn 101-65 on Wednesday. Friars beat DePaul a month ago today, 100-62 at Wintrust Arena in Chicago. We'll see what tonight will bear fruit very soon. Let's take a look at the starting lineup presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Rhode Island. First of all, for the Blue Demons, Matt Brady, their interim head coach, 0-6 since taking over for the fired Tony Stubblefield. Deshaun Nelson, 6'8 senior out of Toledo, second amongst Big East non-starters in scoring in Big East play. You have Elijah Fisher, 6'6 sophomore from Toronto, and a transfer from Texas Tech, 9.5 points per game. Jaden Henley, 6'7 sophomore out of Ontario, Canada, transfer from Minnesota at 7.7 points per game. Jalen Terry, 6' senior out of Flint, Michigan, transfer from Oregon at 7.5 points and a 45% shooter from three. And then Churchill Abbas, 6'9 freshman out of Nigeria, 3.5 points, 3 rebounds per game, coming on strong as a product of the NBA Academy in Africa. As we mentioned, Providence won this game big a month ago at Wintrust. Friars have won 5 straight, 8 of the last 9. They have also won 5 straight and 9 of 10 here at the AMP against DePaul.
And now, let's meet your Providence Friars. From Chicago, Illinois. Number 10, Rich At guard 6'2 sophomore, Elizabeth, New Jersey. Number 1, Jaden Pierre. At forward 6'7 graduate student from Buffalo, New York. Number 0, TK. In the middle, 6'9 graduate student, Gainesville, Virginia. Number 13, Josh O'Duro. And the guard, 6'3 junior Miami, Florida, number 22, Evan Carter. Head coach of the Flyers, Kevin Glenn.
No change for the Friars in the starting lineup. It's Nelson, Fisher, Henley, Terry, and Abbas in the starting lineup for the DePaul Blue Demons tonight.
Well, Friars like to get off to a good start in this one, John. You know, every game they've had in this Big East play has been an absolute physical war every night. This one here will be physical for a little while, but the Friars can get that break going, get on the boards, and push it up the court, try to get some easy baskets.
53rd meeting all time between the two schools. Friars lead the series 39 wins to 13 for the Blue Demons. They mentioned the 100-62 win on the road a month ago today. Friars have won 5 straight, as I said, 9 of 10 here at the AMP. They're 12-3 at home on this floor since DePaul joined the Big East Conference back in 2006.
Well, this DePaul team, I mean, they've struggled all year. It's got to be a tough situation for the coaches and the players, you know, just winning 3 games all year. But, you know, they show up and they got guys who have transferred in from pretty good programs. They just haven't been able to blend together as a group. And the worst thing about DePaul, John, is defensively they just don't guard people. And if they did a better job on the defensive end, they could probably stay in more games. I mean, they give up 80 points a game. I mean, that's ridiculous. That's a lot of points. But, even if you don't have guys who can make shots, if you work hard on the defensive end, you can keep games close. But they don't guard anybody, and whoever's playing against them gets basically whatever they want. What the Friars need to do in this game is don't take the first shot that shows, you're going to get a better one, because they're not going to sustain the defense during the whole shot clock.
Friars' last loss to the Blue Demons came 3 years ago, 70-62 at Madison Square Garden in the opening round of the Big East tournament. Their last loss here on the Amp floor was back in 2018, 6 years ago.
Well, this DePaul program, they've had some good players. Think about, they had Max Strus, who starts for the Cleveland Cavaliers right now, wasn't drafted. Miami picked him up and developed him into a heck of a player, 6'5" shooting guard. Then you had Reed, who plays for the Philadelphia 76ers. They were on the same DePaul team together. So it's not like they haven't recruited good players there. They've had some players. They just haven't had a way to win. They really don't have a home court advantage in Chicago, and it's unfortunate for them. They have a really nice arena, seats 10,000 people at DePaul, and they have 29,000 students at DePaul University. It's the largest Catholic institution in the country, and nobody goes to the game. Well, I'd probably say, well, if you start winning, maybe they'll come. Like, you build it, and they'll come. But I think it's a case where I think it could be a good program someday.
Friars are dressed in the throwback home whites today with black lettering, black trim, I should say, gold lettering, gold numerals, and black and gold trim. So it looks like vintage 1987, does it not?
It does. Vintage 1987, and you've got Ticket Games out there looking like Batman. He's got the mask on there, and he's ready to roll.
From the face crunching he got in the opening second of the game on Tuesday.
It's so important that he played that game too. I mean, that was the first play of the game, and he took quite a shot, and he's out there. I mean, he's a Tim English guy, him and Oduro, and they show up to play every single game.
Big East official tonight, Brian O'Connell, Matt Potter, Mike Palau. The DePaul is dressed in the road royal blue uniforms, white numerals, red trim, and the Blue Demons double tapping in the back, but they will grab the possession, and DePaul will have the first shot at it. Basket to our left on the radio here on half number one. Friars open up in a man-to-man. Henley comes to the right side. Now on the wing for it up front is Nelson, top of the key for Abbas, and then it is Jalen Terry who will work on the Friars to the right wing again for Henley. Henley goes up with a deep three. It is in and out, and there's Pierre. Sneaks in for the rebound. Friars take it, basket to our right on the radio here in half number one. He finds Ticket Gaines. He's going to go up for a deep three. Did not get the foul call, and the ball is saved on the rebound by Devin Carter.
Job by Carter on that offensive glass.
Throws it back out front for Pierre, who gets dribble penetration right. As the ball knocked up in the air, Carter pulls it down in front of the DePaul bench with 8 to shoot. Top of the key, Oduro is wide open. He'll shoot it, and he'll can it.
I don't know why big guys keep giving Oduro the shot from three-point range. But Carter's got hit in the stomach or something. He's grabbing his hip. Hopefully he's okay.
Did he get hit in the vitals? No, it's his right hip. Yeah, it's his right hip. He's holding on to it.
He's had that bumped all year, so it probably aggravated a little bit right there.
So they're wiping up some perspiration or something down in front of the DePaul bench, and now the Blue Demons will inbound the ball. So Josh Oduro now came into this game in his last 4 games, scored 98 points, and he knocks down a 3 for the first basket of the game tonight. Henley has it on the left side, right in front of the Friar bench. Will drive on Barron down into the post. Backs it out front. Nelson's going to go up for 3. It's a little bit short, and there's a rebound for Gaines, and Gaines got fouled from behind. They'll call it on Churchill Abbas for a push.
That's a good rebound. A young freshman. He's just learning basketball, but he is a presence inside. He reminds me of Nate Watson of Providence years ago. And, back to the basket type center. He's not going to make any outside shot, but he does rebound the ball pretty well. He'll get better as the year goes on.
Friars bring it into the right. Forecourt to our right with Pierre. Now dumps high post. Oduro swings it right for Carter. Carter is guarded initially here by Jaden Henley. Now back to the middle of the floor for Pierre. Pierre drives to the left, hands off for Barron. Barron cuts to the right, steps back, doesn't take the shot. There's a lob to Oduro, high post with 10 to shoot. Now going to back his way in on Abbas. He'll front him. Now he'll work his way back into the lane. Looks to the left. The ball got knocked loose and stolen. And it's picked up by Terry. Jalen Terry curls around the screen, kicks the ball back out front for Nelson, swings it right for Henley. Henley comes to the foul line, back out front again, top of the key. There's a drive on the floor by Fisher. Fisher goes to the floor. Friars jump on top of the ball. A held ball will give it to Providence.
You know, if you're going to drive against Devin Carter, you better protect the ball because he got his hands on that one. The Friars end up tying it up.
So they'll get it on the alternating possession here. 2 minutes deep into the game, just about 2 minutes. Friars lead 3-0. And DePaul will put a little man pressure in the backcourt. Carter will touch it back to Pierre, and Pierre will be picked up by Jalen Terry, the senior from Flint, Michigan. Here's Pierre, works to the right side toward the DePaul bench. Now cuts back off a screen to the left, out on the perimeter, looks to the post, goes left wing for Carter, circles to the right, now reverses back to the left, gets dribble penetration low, kicks it all the way through. Barron, top of the key for Gaines, goes left for Pierre. He fakes, he drives the baseline, goes up, tries to reverse it, gives it to Oduro, and Oduro gets fouled from behind.
Good pass there by Pierre. I mean, that first step after he pump fakes for the three, you got to go out and get Pierre on the three if you're a defensive player because he knocks him down at a pretty good clip. And then he gets by with that first step and he gets to the basket. Good pass. James a good passer when he has that, when he's up in the air looking for teammates.
Elijah Fisher picks up the foul on Oduro from behind down low. His first, team's second. And Josh Oduro will go to the free throw line. He's been the Friars' best free throw shooter most of the year here. He's currently at 82.5% from the foul line on the season.
There's not many.
And he hits the first one.
There's not many centers in college basketball playing better basketball than Josh Oduro is right now. I mean, he's been terrific this last month.
He's 7th in the league in scoring. He's 9th in the Big East in rebounding. He's 7th in field goal percentage. And his second shot here bounces and stays. He's got the only 5 points of the ball game right now. He's also 9th in free throw percentage. So it's pretty solid for Josh Oduro. 5-0 Friars lead.
And the offense goes through him almost every possession as well.
Terry has it out front against Pierre. Now near the mid-fourth circle. He's going to take it to the right side of the floor. Off the wing now there for Jaden Henley. Henley finds a pass, high post, back to Henley, uses the screen, cuts to the top of the key, back for Terry again. Terry steps back with 8 to shoot. Goes cross-court, right wing. There's a lob for a basket, goes out of bounds. And who touched it last? DePaul did. Providence ball.
The Friars are fronting the post there. The pass went over the head of Oduro, but Obas couldn't control it. Knocks the ball out of bounds. Good defense by the Friars.
Here comes Chico Carter into the game, so it's his first action in 8 games. His last play was against Providence on January the 17th at Wintrust Arena. And in that game, he had 8 points and 4 turnovers against the Friars. So he's in there now. He's been out with injured ribs for the last month. Here's Pierre driving all the way down low. Gets the ball knocked out of his hands, but touches out to Gaines. Now Carter shows right, comes back left. Gaines, right wing, 3, off the back iron, no good. Offensive rebound for Oduro. Back to Gaines again on the right side. Back to Josh, who fakes the 3, hands it off back for Carter. Carter will drive to the right, get to the foul line, leans in, got his shot blocked. It goes out of bounds.
Well, they call the foul on the boss.
They're going to get a Bass? Yep, they are. And it's 2 quick fouls on Churchill Bass in the opening 3 minutes of the ball game.
Nice probing there, too, by Devin Carter. You know, he came off the screen by Oduro. He got his defender on his back, and he just kept dribbling the ball, looking for a little seam, and then he got to the seam, and a base come over there and fouled him, and Carter gets to the line for 2.
So Carter will go to the line for the first time, try to get in the scorebook. He's 72.2 from the line on the season as he gets his first point of the ball game. Mac Etienne, 6'10", redshirt sophomore from New York, a transfer from UCLA. Will check in for the first time for DePaul to take a Bass's spot in the lineup after picking up 2 quick fouls.
Bass has been starting. He started the last 7 games, so they're trying to get the young freshman some experience out there.
Carter missed the second one, and Tickett had the offensive rebound, but they're going to call him for a push in the back. Gaines is called for the foul.
How'd that official call that when he's standing out here mid-court?
First one on the Friars. 6-0 Friar lead. DePaul will inbound it. And Elijah Fisher has the ball in the backcourt and gives the ball back to Carter. So Chico Carter, the leading scorer on this team, hasn't played in a month. Has the ball left side. Nelson now for Terry. Terry starts right, back to the left, back to the right with a bounce pass for Etienne. He's out on the high post. He looks back door, comes left wing. Terry gets off an open look at 3, and the 45% shooter buries the first shot of the game.
He's been the bright spot for DePaul. I mean, he plays all the minutes in the game, and he can make that outside shot.
Only averages just a little under 8 points per game, but he shoots 45%. Here's Pierre, top of the key, goes left for Barron. He fakes that 3. Now he steps to the left, fires the 3, and gets it.
Well, both defenders ran into each other and fell down, and Barron's like, oh, no, what I just took a step over and knocks the 3 down.
9-3, Friars with the lead as Rich Barron gets his first basket. Etienne drives to the right on Odero. It goes out of bounds, touched by Ticket in the right corner. We got our first time out of the ball game. 15:58 to play in the first half. Friars 9, Demons 3 from Learfield. This is Providence Friar basketball.
What's up, Friar Town? It's your big Beans Lady here, and thank you for packing out the end for another Big East contest. Tonight is early admitted students game and also our National Game Watch. We're welcoming over 1,000 class of 2028 students into Friar Town. We'll also be checking in with many of our alumni clubs around the country throughout the game. We got a fun night for you, and here's a few words from our beloved Luke Fox to kick us off.
Friar Town, thanks for coming out today. Follow the team on Twitter and Instagram at PCFriersMVB. Go Friars.
Now, please welcome to the floor your Providence College cheerleaders, dance team, and the pep band.
Well,
Thanks.
Providence College basketball brought to you by Dave's Marketplace. Our first fresh take of the game, Joe Hassett.
Well, Friars come out shooting the ball pretty well at 50%. They're 2 for 4 from three-point range. They're 3 of 4 from the foul line at 75%. Our rebounding DePaul 4-1. 2 of those have been offensive rebounds. Just 1 turnover for the Friars, 2 for DePaul so far. But DePaul really struggling to get a basket. Terry's the guy who knocked down the 3 the last possession, but they went 4 or 5 possessions in a row without even taking a shot at those 2 turnovers. So Friars coming out, get that early lead, and want to keep it on.
9-3 here with 15:58 to go in the opening half. DePaul actually led the Big East in three-point field goal shooting in non-conference games this year, better than 37% from three-point range. But in Big East play, they've been down at 20%.
Yeah, when you scout somebody and you play them twice, you learn a lot of what guys can do, and you try to take away what guys like to do. And that's what the scouting reports work so well. And, in the technology world, they just give you a day of practice. You have practice, you have 2 days to prepare for DePaul. You go over all their stuff. Then you have film sessions every night, going over what they do and like to do. Then you have a shoot around, and you go over it again. So by the time you play a team in the Big East, you know the plays as well as the team you're playing against knows their plays. And they're calling out numbers, and certain guys, they want to fight over the top of the screen who are good shooters, and guys who are bad shooters, you slide underneath the screen and hope they take the outside shot. So you know a lot about teams, and that's why the percentages go down.
As we get ready to come back to play, DePaul will inbound the basketball. Basket to our left. Etienne has it on the right sideline. Fisher touches back out to Carter. High post for Etienne. Now he gives it to Fisher. Fisher curls to the left, finds Terry on the left wing. Now he'll penetrate to the elbow. Left corner for Carter. Doesn't get the shot off in front of the Friar bench. He'll go baseline, put up the jumper, turn around, short. Pierre with a rebound.
Good D by Pierre right there, taking that away from Carter on the spin move.
Here's Pierre into the forecourt quickly. Stops right in front of the DePaul bench. Spin to Carter. Dumps it off the left side. Kicks the ball out. Reversal out to Pierre for an open 3. In and out. No good on the rebound for Etienne.
A good ball move right there. Got a good shot there by Pierre.
Forecourt right side for Fisher. Up the sideline. Back left for Terry. Thought about that deep 3, but Friars were there defensively, and we got a whistle and a foul right in front of the Friar bench as Pierre got caught up with Terry.
With Nelson.
And Pierre with a foul.
Well, Nelson was trying to post up Pierre. Pierre was trying to get in front of him, and Nelson wouldn't let him. Nelson just threw him away like a flea.
Rich Barron checks out of the game. Friars will put Corey Floyd into the game for the first time. Inbounds lob comes out to Nelson. Nelson top of the key with it. Shares it back to Carter, and he's guarded there by Devin Carter, no relation. Now jump pass to the right side. They find Nelson, who goes up from 17. In and out, no good. Rebound pops up, comes out of bounds on the near ball.
Well, NTN went for that rebound right there. Wasn't able to control it, but tipped the ball out of bounds.
Friars just 1-5. DePaul just 1 for 5 from the floor here to start the game. Friars have hit 2 out of 5.
Well, the only shot they made, they were open on. Every shot has been contested. It's a good D by the Friars so far. Need to get the offense going, though.
6'9" senior Jeremiah Oden is checked in for the first time for the Blue Demon, as well as Carter drives the lane, works his way to the right, goes to the rim, got the ball slapped away and stolen by Fisher. Fisher comes up the floor now, left wing here for Terry. Terry goes cross court for Carter. Right corner, three-pointer on the way is good for Jeremiah Oden. Cold off the bench, nails the three.
Well, he was wide open on that one. Good ball movement by DePaul to get that open look.
Oden, transfer from Wyoming, pulls the Blue Demons back within 3. Top of the key with it is Floyd. Circles to the left, fires a 3 himself. Off the back iron, long rebound taken by Jaden. Now gives it back to Carter. He's got a long 3 on the way. That's no good. And Carter gets the rebound. There's a foul on the floor under the basket, however, and it is called on Mac Etienne. They got called for a push.
Yeah, Gaines staying active on the offensive glass. He went for that rebound. He's always looking to go for the offensive rebound gains, and Etienne didn't box him out. He pushed him out of the way. Friars get another possession.
4th team foul on DePaul, so the Friars will get it back here with a fresh 20 on the shot clock. They'll go baseline to the right of the basket. And Pierre will lob it out front for Oduro. Oduro holds it well out high, comes right for Corey. Floyd looks into the right corner for Pierre in front of the DePaul bench. Back to Floyd. Thought about that 3. Now he'll penetrate left, gets down to the block, kicks it all the way through, and he stepped out of bounds on the baseline.
Well, Corey, when he was last couple of games, when he's had that good offensive spurt, when he's taking the ball to the basket, he was elevating and taking the shot. That's what he's got to do. That time he took one extra dribble. He got himself into a turnover.
That's 3 Friar turnovers in the opening 6 minutes of the ball game. Carter now has it, circles to the right for Fisher, and then Fisher has the ball almost taken away by Pierre, but Fisher gives it back to Terry. He drives to the left elbow, jumper up and good. Jalen Terry has 5 of DePaul's 8 on the board, and they're within 1.
Good move there by Terry, and that makes another shot there.
Carter comes off a high screen, cuts to the right, finds Pierre, who fakes the 3, penetrates back out to Carter. He steps to the right, he fires a 3, in and out. It won't stick. Jalen Terry with a rebound, and DePaul looks for their first lead of the ball game. Carter comes off a high screen, rolls to the right, gets off a 16-footer, in and out. And Carter with the rebound for the Friars. Now Devin into the forecourt with it, gets cut off at the top of the key, crosses over, steps back, hands off. Oduro for 3, 2 in a row for J.O.
How about Josh Oduro? I mean, he's just a weapon out there. When he can make that three-point shot, the big guys have to come out and get him. That'll open up the middle, but he's one of the best shooters now from three-point range.
He's got 8 of the first 12 on the board. Down on the baseline, Carter. He finds Etienne in the lane with a little short jumper, and he scores.
A good pass there by Carter. Friars want to try to collapse and double-team him, and Etienne knocks down the shot.
Makes it 12-10. Friar lead is 2. 12:48 to go in the opening half. Pierre works to the right, fires a 3. Short. Long rebound chased down and saved by DePaul's Elijah Fisher. Fisher into the forecourt to the right for Carter. Carter comes off the screen, curls to the foul line, jumper up, jumper in, and we're tied.
Well, Carter likes to use that high screen right there. He's a scorer. He's their leading scorer. Hasn't played in 6 games, but he's in this one.
Friars had a 9-3 lead here early. Now we're tied at 12. Devin Carter drives to the right, and there's a foul called. A little hold on Elijah Fisher. That's his second foul with 12:22 to go, and team foul 5 on the Blue Demons as DePaul has hit 4 of their last 5 from the floor here. Oduro and Pierre will check out. Garway Dual and
Castro.
Ticket Gaines come back in, and and there's Rafael Castro.
All right, this lineup right here, you're going to look for Gaines and Carter to get the offense going.
Inbound comes to Dual, who has it outside the top of the key. Now finds Carter, fakes, drives, tries to dump it off inside, and the ball gets kicked. Goes into the backcourt, but I believe that's a violation on DePaul. The Friars are 3 for 10 from the floor, Joe, and every shot has been a 3 so far.
Yeah, I know. They're settling for three-point shots. I feel like they can turn it on when they want to in this game. That's a risk when you play a team like DePaul. Kind of ease up.
Dual, Gaines, right side Floyd, right corner Carter, gets off another 3. Got it.
Etienne backed off Carter. That's not a good move. Carter knocks down that three-point shot.
First field goal for Devin. He's got 4 points in the game. Friars go back up by a 3, and they still haven't taken a 2-point shot yet.
I don't think we've ever said that.
Nope.
11 minutes to go here in the first half.
Here's Terry working, cuts to the left, fires off an off-balance 3, and scores it. Nope, it's a 2 with his foot on the line.
Terry coming out with a good ball game so far. What is he, 3 for 3?
He's got 7 of their 14 points, 11:37 to go in the half. And the Blue Demons have hit 5 of the last 6 from the floor. They're heating it up. 1-point game. DePaul off the top, and we got a whistle. And there is a foul called 25. On 25. That's Jeremiah Oden for a hold on the left flat. And that's going to be 16 fouls on Oden. Timeout, 11:31 to go here in the first half. And DePaul is hanging in there as they've started to find the range. It's 15-14 Friars from Learfield. This is Providence Friar basketball.
Every free throw made by the Friars here at the end. Tenneco is a proud partner for Providence College Athletics. And fans, as part of our early admitted students day program, Providence College thrilled to host future members of the class of 2028 who have been admitted to BC. Providence College saw a record number of applications this year. These students in attendance with us tonight represent the best of the best. Please take a moment to look at the video board for a special welcome to our newest Friars from Coach English and the men's basketball team.
From all of us at Providence College men's basketball, congratulations on your admission to the class of 2028. We can't wait to have you in the student section here at the AMP next year. As you consider your options for the next 4 years, I asked the guys to take a moment to introduce themselves and share a bit about their favorite parts of PC. Best of luck with your decision, and go Friars.
What's going on, y'all? I'm Devin Carter, class junior. I'm from Miami, Florida. I'm Jaden Pierre from Elizabeth, New Jersey, and I'm a marketing major. I'm Donovan Santoro, and I'm from Los Angeles, California. My major is undeclared. It's Rafael Castro here from Dover, New Jersey. I'm a social science major. I'm Corey Floyd Jr. from Franklin, New Jersey. My major is social science. What's going on, guys? It's Luke Fox. I'm a finance major. I'm a junior at Providence College.
John and Joe back at the camp, where Providence College basketball is brought to you by Tenneco, a family of lumberyards.
Well, Friars struggling to shoot the ball so far. They're 4 for 11, but all those shots have been three-point shots. They haven't gone inside one time. Just taking threes in this one. They're 3 for 4 from the foul line. Friars have 3 turnovers, 9 rebounds. 4 of those have been offensive rebounds. DePaul, on the other hand, 6 for 11 from the floor, 2 for 4 from three-point range, with 4 rebounds and 2 turnovers. DePaul has 6 assists on their 6 made baskets. So DePaul doing a good job of moving the ball and finding the open man. That's why they're hanging around right now, only down 15 to 14.
They've made 5 of the last 6 after starting 1 for 5 in the ballgame.
Well, that's unusual, too. The Friars have 4 assists on their 4 made baskets. So every basket has been assisted upon. But I don't think we've been to 11 and a half minutes to go in the first half in all the years we've been doing the games where every shot
has
from
been a
Friars
3,
has been a three-pointer. That's a first. We don't even have a stat to look it up to see if it was a first. We're just calling it that way.
I don't remember it, that's for sure. Friars have the basketball here, 20 to shoot after the foul was called on Jeremiah Oden before the timeout. Carter will inbound from the left sideline, forecourt to our right here in the first half. 15-14. Friars up by 1. Duval gets it, drives to the right, and a whistle already, and an offensive foul.
Right.
And it's called on Castro.
Castro's setting the screen up there. You just got to set it and not move. You know, it's your teammate's job to run his man. I used to tell the guys, shoulder to shoulder with your teammate when you come off the screen so the defensive player can't fight through, and then you won't pick up those silly fouls. But you can't move when you set the screen.
4th Friar turnover, 3rd Friar team foul, and DePaul looks for their first lead on this possession. Here's Terry bouncing right, top of the key for Carter. Now Carter has it against Carter, gives it off for Etienne. He'll drive on Castro, left for Terry. Scoots to the right, Friars leave him alone, and he shoots a 3, and it's in and out. He missed it. Gaines with the rebound.
Castro
they just
left him.
Here's Carter to the right side, crosses over, gets cut off there by Jalen Terry. He works down to the right baseline in front of the DePaul bench, tries to back his way in on Terry. Big, strong move, backdoor pass, Castro, it fumbles it, but it's taken left wing, and a 3-pointer there by Floyd is no good, and a foul on the floor as Carter checked that it was Castro who got tangled up with Terry, and Terry's called for the foul.
Terry trying to box out Castro. Good job by Castro trying to get to the glass there. Looks like a 1-and-1 here now for Castro.
That's the 7th team foul with 10:50 to go in the half.
That's another three-pointer, too, right there. Corey Floyd hit the backboard on that one, though.
And so it will be Rafael Castro to go to the foul line for the first time tonight. He's only 44% from the line of the season, 3.2 points, 2.5 rebounds per game, and a reserve roll off the bench.
Let's see if he remembers what I told him now. You got to get the ball, take a deep breath, take 2 dribbles before you shoot it. Let's go. Let's see if he probably forgot. This was on the road a couple of weeks ago.
So he gets the ball from Brian O'Connell. There's 1.
2.
There's 2. Lets it go. Off the rim. Won't stay.
Almost.
Rebound by Jeremiah Oden. And again, DePaul looks for the lead in the ballgame. Terry has a mid-floor circle. Comes off a high screen. Devin Carter there to pick him up. Now he verses back to the right. Bounces it out front for Oden. Oden kicks the ball back out to Carter. Carter now dumps it off to Oden on the high post. Turns, looks at Ticket. Gaines. Drives with him to the right side. Now reverses back out front. Wants to go down in the low post. Turnaround jumper. Got blocked. And the Friars come up with it.
Good defense by Ticket. Gaines right there.
Here comes Devin Carter into the forecourt to the right side. Now looks to the right wing. Gets into the baseline. And there's a hold. Again called on DePaul out front.
Number 10.
And called on number 10, Jaden Henley, who picks up his first. And it'll be a 1-and-1 here.
Well, Carter now 1-and-1 with 10 minutes to go in the first half. The Friars don't settle for the threes as much now. Take the ball to the basket, see if you can get yourself to the foul line.
So Devin Carter will go to the line for the 1-and-1. He's 1 for 2 tonight. Friars are 2 for 3. Providence has improved its team free throw shooting up to nearly 71% from the line of the season. They've been dead last in the Big East all year, but just this last week passed up St. John's to move into 10th. As the free throw is in and out, no good.
See, this is what you worry about as a coach. You know, you think you got an easy game and just.
And they leave Terry wide open for a 3, and he clangs it and gets his own rebound. Where is the defense? Up high with it to Sean Nelson. Now gives it off to Carter. Cuts to the right. They find Nelson in the post. Right wing Henley. Back out to Carter. Fakes the 3. Dribble penetrate. Foul on the floor called on Duval.
Duval's got in 2 guards that time. He got to the wing, took away the 3, got back to Cass.
How does he get himself that open, though? Jalen Terry has been left alone with nobody near him. Everybody retreats to the basket.
Well, he needs somebody on him, I guess.
He's a 45% shooter.
He missed his last 2 threes wide open.
Inbound from Oden to Terry. Terry brings it out into the center circle. And again, DePaul looking for their first lead on this possession. 3 straight possessions, they look for the lead. Long cross-court pass saved by Carter in front of the Friar bench. Carter will drive on Pierre. He goes down to the baseline. Jumper up and in, and DePaul gets the lead.
Good move there by Carter. He used his shoulders that time to get away from Pierre.
Friars down 1. Right wing. Corey Floyd open 3. No. And the rebound for Nelson. And again, the Friars continue to shoot threes. Here's Terry to the left side. Works to the right, into the right corner. And they'll find Henley. Henley tries to work on Pierre into the post. Backs it outside the 3-point stripe. He'll give it off to Jalen Terry. Now Terry will work on Pierre. Move it back to the center for Nelson. He'll drive on Oduro, who's back into the game. Goes up and under, throws it up off the rim. It's no good. Rebound tip right to Oden. Oden goes up, gets caught, and throws it away. It's stolen by Corey Floyd.
Now, defense out there right now.
Floyd finds Duval on the right wing. He's going to go up for 3. Off the rim, no good. And the Friars still shooting threes. The ball gets stolen. Up the floor. Oden drives and misses the dunk. And he hangs on the rim. Where's the technical foul? Holy smokes.
Well, the referee will give him that cushion there just in case he doesn't fall. That's why.
I don't know about that, Joe. Here's Pierre to the left side for Floyd. Floyd now feeds the post. Oduro is there on the left side. He's going to work on Nelson. Backs his way in. Gets a bump. Gets another bump. Gets a third bump. Goes up, and he scores.
Well, the official,
they let him play.
Yeah, the coach with DePaul says, what was he supposed to do on that? I probably agree with him on that. Oduro just kept plowing away at Nelson.
And then Nelson flopped, and that's why Oduro had an open shot. He's got 10 of the Friars' 17 on the board, and there's a near steal by Duval on the right sideline. DePaul will keep it. And we're going to timeout with 7:58 to go in the opening half, where the Friars have retaken the lead. It's 17-16. From Learfield, this is Providence Friar basketball. This is exactly what I thought would happen. We're just going to sleepwalk through
They're
this.
settling for threes, and they're not. They're just not ready to play.
That's the first 2-point basket that they've taken, and they made it. Oduro.
It should have been a foul on Oduro. That was like blowing him out of the way there.
Jesus.
We're due for a spurt, though. They got to start taking the ball to the basket.
Moved it to 20, yeah.
Thanks.
One more time here, PC Dance Team.
Hey everybody, are you ready for the Amica Hot Port Shot?
The Hot Potato Food Truck, a proud partner of PC Athletics. For your next event, call the Hot Potato Food Truck at 401-919-3009. A 2-point shot by Josh Oduro was their first 2-point attempt of the ball game. And we got 7:58 to play in this one, Joe.
Well, Friars are 1 for 1 from 2-point range and 4 for 14 from 3-point range in the ball game so far. They got a lot of rebounds, though, 13 of them, 5 offensive rebounds, 4 turnovers in the ball game, but they're settling for those threes. They're just shooting 28% from 3, 33% overall. DePaul, on the other hand, 7 for 17, 2 for 6 from 3. They have 10 rebounds, 2 of those offensive rebounds. They have 3 turnovers in the ball game. So I think what the Friars have DePaul in the 1-and-1 situation now. They want to try to get the Oduro like they did the last time. Get him on the post and get some cutting and make DePaul play a little bit more defense. When they throw it in there, if you stand around, helps DePaul where they don't have to worry about finding their man. If you cut a little bit, you'll get some more open looks going to the basket. And I think if you establish in the paint there, get some scores in the paint, the 3-pointers will be wide open and you won't be forcing them up.
Friars also just off to a 3 for 6 start from the free throw line here in the opening. What was that, 12 minutes of the half?
Yeah, you worry about a game like this because everybody's been spanking DePaul, and the Friars beat them 100-62 at Chicago. So you think you're going to come in here and just mail it in, but DePaul has a little pop in his step right now. This is probably the closest they've been with 7 minutes to go in a game, in the first half of a game all year, especially in Big East play.
Blue Demons lost 12 straight games coming into this. Their last win was on December the 30th against Chicago State. Have not won in 2024.
Well, they're giving up 80 points a game and scoring 64 themselves, so they're used to getting blown out every night. So this is the closest they've been, so they feel kind of good about themselves. And you don't want them to feel good about themselves. You want them to get back to where they think they're going to get blown out.
Keandre Young, 6'9 junior, transfer from Triton Community College, is checked in. Jalen Terry almost has it taken away by Garway Dual. He drives to the left, goes down, kicks the ball out front for Nelson, who gets stuffed by Ticket Gaines, and he comes away with the ball in the lane. What a play by Gaines.
He's got 2 block shots, Ticket Gaines, playing good D out there.
Rich Barron back into the game, finds Dual out front. Dual trying to drive some traffic around, moves to the right, hands off for Pierre. Pierre, high post, Oduro turns and looks at Nelson, dumps it off right wing for Barron. Barron uses Oduro as a screener, cuts back to the left, penetrates, finds Oduro with 7 to shoot. He drives, and there's a blocking foul called on Nelson. And he's fortunate because that elbow extended ever so slightly for Oduro.
Well, I thought he was trying to protect himself from falling down as Nelson got in front of him right there. And the officials have been consistent all year. They've been calling those blocks all year long, and that's what you want to do. That'll stop guys from flopping.
First on Nelson, 9th on the Blue Demons. A 1-and-1 again here for the Friars. It'll be Josh Oduro to go to the line. He's hit 2 for 2 in the ball game. The Friars, though, just 3 for 6.
Well, Oduro is such a tough matchup no matter who's playing him. You have big guys who play him. You can get into their body and shoot a little jump hook.
Free throw by Josh is no good. Oh, we going to have one of these now? Gosh almighty. Terry drives to the right sideline, double team there. He leaves it for Nelson down on the post. He puts the ball down. The ball got knocked loose on the floor, and there's Ticket right there to tie him up, and the arrow belongs to DePaul.
Hey, Ticket Gaines is playing a whale of a defense out so far in this ball game. He's had 2 block shots. He almost had another one there. Was able to tie up Nelson.
Not sure anybody else has joined him on that front yet.
Well, defensively, they're not bad. It's just the offense. They're not getting it going on the other end.
Inbounds comes to Young. Keandre Young guarded there by Gaines. Hands off, or looks to the handoff. Friars almost take it away. Carter against Carter defensively. And here's Chico Carter driving left, goes all the way down, throws up the floater, got it partially blocked from the left side, and Oduro grabs the loose ball.
You're not going to get that shot off against Carter, that's for sure.
Top of the key with it, Oduro starts to the right, gives it back off to Devin, who circles to the left, jump step in the lane, throws up the jumper short, got fouled. And Devin will go to the line to shoot 2 on the 10th DePaul team foul with 6:37 to go in the first half.
The Friars are now starting to take it to the basket a little bit more. That's what you need to do. Get yourself on the foul line, but I don't know if that's a good thing. And our Friars are shooting less than 50% from the foul line.
And Devin is only 1 for 3. And he's missed the front end of a 1-and-1. This is all concentration right now. And Devin, 2 shots at the line, sinks the first one. That's his 5th point of the half. He has 1 more coming. Carter leads the Big East in scoring in conference games at 21.1 per game. He's 4th in the league in conference games and rebounding at 8 boards per game.
Devin's having a terrific year. There's no question about that.
Both shots are good.
You know, and he plays both ends. He's one of the few guys in the league or in the country that can play both ends. He can play the best player on the opposition, and he can score and lead and score on your team.
19-16 Friars, 6.5 to go in the half. Henley on the left wing against Barron, drives to the top of the key with it. Now goes down the right side of the lane against Gaines. Gaines turns him away, lobs it back out front. The ball is intercepted by Carter. Carter takes it the length of the floor, and he stuffs it home.
There's that guy Carter playing defense. Good defense by the Friars, overplaying the passing lane. Little offense from the defense.
8 for Devin in the half. Friars go back up by 5. They're on a 6-0 run. Their biggest lead thus far has been 6 here in the half. Terry, bounce pass, high post, Nelson. Backdoor pass is tipped by Carter. Loose on the floor. It's picked up there by Young. Saves it out to Terry. Now finds Henley, who gets off the 3. No, and the rebound snatched away by Nelson. Big jump to the step, puts it up to the hoop. He got fouled on the floor, I think, before the shot.
No, he's going to give it
They're going to give it to him. 1 shot, yep. So Deshaun Nelson gets the first basket for him for the game. And who did they call the foul on? Said they got him on the elbow, but who got the foul? Gaines.
Gaines, he took a shot in that play, too. He ended up on the floor. He says, I wasn't even in that play. I don't know why I picked up the foul there.
And that's the second personal foul on Ticket. That's team foul 5 on the Friars in the half. And so Deshaun Nelson, 6'8 senior out of Toledo, transfer from Kilgore College in Texas. We'll go to the line to try to make the 3-point play as Keandre Young checks out and Mac Etienne back in for DePaul. And now the Friars are going to try to make a little switch here. Rafael Castro back into the game. And so they're going to go a little bit bigger here. So Castro will come in and play with Oduro. Gaines will go to the bench picking up his second foul. So Nelson to the line. 69% foul shooter for the Blue Demons. And it's short. And the rebound for Castro. Friar lead is 3. Carter will bring it into the forecourt to our right. Henley meets him top of the key. Drives right by him. Left side out front for Oduro. Pushes right. Pierre out front again for Carter. Starts left. Goes to the right. Jump pass down low for Barron. Barron, 3 blue shirts around him. Saves it out to Pierre. Back out front. Threw it away to Henley. Henley will drive and stuff it home.
Boy, if I was making mistakes, they normally don't.
Really bad mistakes. That's 5 turnovers, but these are just egregious errors. And DePaul is filling the passing lanes up. 21-20. The lead has been cut to 1. Pierre has it up high again. Now bounces to Oduro in front of the DePaul bench. He's going to work his way in on Etienne. Backs his way in, spins around the rim, scores.
Well, when you need a hoop, there's Josh Oduro. He's going to get it done down there. He'll either get himself to the line or finish it off.
12 for Oduro here in the half. Friars back up by 3. Carter comes to the left, Finds Henley on the wing. Henley will drive on Barron, throws up the jumper mid-lane and scores.
Barron's going to take away that right hand. Let him get into the paint right there.
And again, a 1-point Providence lead, 4:37 to go in the half. Pierre finds Carter coming off the screen, gets to the foul line, extended, drives down underneath the basket. Blue shirts all around him, out to Oduro. Oduro goes down underneath, and they find Castro, who then lost it and traveled with it. I don't know why they insist on throwing the ball in there like that in that situation. I just don't, because every time the ball goes in, and we love Castro, but he just doesn't have the hands.
Yeah, you got to throw him an alley-oop right near the rim and just hope he catches it and slams it.
Time and time again. And that is 6 turnovers for the Friars here in the half. And DePaul again with the basketball. And they have a chance to retake the lead with 4:18 to go in the first half. Chico Carter bounces left for Fisher, who's coming to the game. At the end of the foul line, drives on Castro, puts it up short, and Carter's there with a rebound.
Good D by Castro right there, challenging that shot.
Devin crosses over, top of the key, gets off the three, got it!
Devin Carter, that was a good defense too by Carter Jr. playing him. Devin gets that one off, knocks it down. Maybe that will get the Friars going offensively.
That's 11 for Devin here in the half, 26-22. Left wing for Fisher. Elijah Fisher drives to the right, gets down the right side of the rim, leans in, scores easily. First basket for Elijah Fisher. 26-24. Friars trying to work on their offense, but they're forgetting their defense. High post, Oduro pushes it right, Pierre, cuts to the left. Now comes back to the right wing for Carter. Drives down to the baseline, goes all the way through, dumps it off for Castro. He gets hacked in the act.
Well, that's a good foul there on Castro. Put him to the line at 40%. Otherwise, he's going to dunk it home.
Foul is called on Deshaun Nelson, who picks up his second. So they'll make Castro try to earn it at the free throw line after the timeout with 3:26 to go in the half and a 26-24 Friar lead. From Learfield, this is Providence Friar basketball.
Friartown, it's now time for Center Court Skee Ball, presented by Centerville Bank. Here's how the game works. Tonight's contestant, Brendan, will have 3 attempts to roll the basketball off the rim.
We're absolutely sleepwalking through this.
The contestant with the most points throughout the year will have a chance to come back during the season finale to win the grand prize of 2 Big East tournament booklets. All right, Brendan, how you feeling?
There's also no juice in the building
great,
either.
Friartown.
No juice in the building.
Let's go.
I'll fix it, Joe. He's got a... I'll switch you with offense.
Let's go. Keep it going for Friartown. Let's go. I like it, Brandon. Great attempt. Once again, that was Center Court Skee Ball, presented by Centerville Bank.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the video board. As a part of Black History Month, the athletic department would like to recognize and thank the first 6 black cheerleaders for the Providence Friars. Some are in attendance with us today: Kathy Graves, class of 75, Brenda McGill, class of 75, Kamiko Kim Garcia, class of 75, and Eva Davis, class of 75.
Mic check 1 2.
Great to have you with us tonight, ladies.
John and Joe back inside the amp with 3:26 to go here in the first half. And Friars holding on to a narrow 26-24 lead over the DePaul Blue Demons, who have had a couple of decent offensive games, even though they've lost. Against Marquette recently, they hit 11 threes in that game. They hit 26 free throws in a recent game against Xavier as well. So I think this team is capable. And right now, they're playing just well enough to hang around in this game, shooting 44%.
Yeah, I mean, the Friars just not making them play defense either. This is not a very good defensive team, as we talked about there. They give up 80 points a game, but the Friars taking a lot of threes, and that's the way they play. I mean, they're taking 15 threes in the ball game, made 5 of them. They're 8 for 18 overall. But DePaul's gotten up 25 shots and made 11 of those. So DePaul getting extra shots because the Friars are turning the ball over. Friars have 6 turnovers so far in the ball game. So they need to get some consistency going on the offense.
So Castro has 2 shots at the line, and that first one is way off. Oh, my goodness. 0 for 2 at the line. The Friars are now 5 for 10 from the foul line in the first half.
If I'm Castro and I'm going to get into games, I'm in the
You have to
gym.
shoot free throws.
I'm in the gym for 3 hours shooting free throws. I mean, I have to be able to make those.
Second one is good. So he's got 1 out of 3 in the foul line. He's going to come out of the game for Rich Barron. Friar lead is 3 at 27-24. Back in is Jeremiah Oden for DePaul. He'll inbound into the backcourt to Chico Carter. And Carter will be met by his former South Carolina teammate, Devin Carter. Top of the key, Fisher turns, looks at Corey Floyd, drives to the right, gets down to the block, leans in, got fouled. And the foul is called on Floyd, who picks up his first foul, and that is now 6 on the Friars here.
Well, good move right there, but Corey got up in the air.
Yep.
Coach English hates it when you go
Well,
for the
you heard
pump
Coach
fake.
English. You might have heard him say, stay down, stay down.
Yeah, he doesn't like when guys go for pump fakes. Stay down and make them make a tough shot over your outstretched hands. When you get up in the air, then the offensive player has you.
So at the line, Elijah Fisher, 66%. Hits the first one on the game for him, averaging 9.5 points, 3.5 rebounds. Transfer from Texas Tech, where he played in 28 games as a freshman a year ago.
That's a good basketball program, Texas Tech.
Second shot is good. Got them both. He's got 4. And it's 27-26. Back to a 1-point game. 3:13 to go in the first half. Friars with the basketball as Pierre brings it to our right. Drive to the right side. Hands off for Barron. Pushes left for Devin. Carter now covered by Fisher. High post for Oduro. Oduro gets a little bump there. They leave him alone. He fires a 3 that's well off the mark. And the defensive rebound for Fisher. Just settling. Terry pushes up the floor to left. Chico gets off a deep 3. Short. And Oduro with a rebound.
Good box out by Oduro that time.
Here's Devin Carter. Tries to shake off his man. Penetrates. Spins right of the foul line. Kicks the ball out to Floyd. Floyd comes back to Devin at top of the key. Fakes. Drives. Turns. Gives it back to Oduro. Down the lane. Spins. Lays it up and scores.
Twinkle toes on that one. Nice move there. Takes it to the right and spin move with the left. Lays it up nicely.
14 for Oduro in the half. Friars have now hit 5 of the last 6 from the floor. Back up by 3. Terry bounces right past for Fisher. High post for Etienne. He waves everybody through to the left side. And the ball is stolen by Carter. Does he save it? He does, but he flips it in the backcourt. It's picked up by Etienne.
Now they have numbers.
Now top of the key with it. Carter kicks it off. Right wing. 3-pointer. Oden right wing. No. And the rebound taken by Devin Carter. A foul is called on the floor. And a technical foul called on Devin Carter.
O'Connell said he threw the ball at him. That's why he called a technical foul on Carter.
So Brian O'Connell has called a personal foul and a technical foul on Devin Carter. Really? So he gets the personal foul, and he'll also get the T because he said he shoved the ball off to the side at the defender.
Well, he did do that. I mean, you could probably not call a tech on that, but he did throw the ball to Fisher.
So that's the 7th foul. It's a 1-and-1 anyway. And Jalen Terry will shoot the technical fouls. And Carter gets 2 fouls on him on the same play.
And they could possibly have 4 free throws here, right?
Well, if he hits the 2 technicals and the 1-and-1, yeah, that could give him the lead. So Jalen Terry all by himself. Basket to our left. The first free throw is in and out. No good. 87% from the line. He's DePaul's best free throw shooter.
You know, a lot of times people say, well, it's tough to shoot when nobody's on the line there. You're not used to that.
Second shot is good.
But when you're practicing, you don't have anybody on the line.
And now he should have. What are they going to do? That's the 7th foul. It should be a 1-and-1 here.
Yeah, Fisher should go to the line now for a 1-and-1.
It should be. Yep.
The technical foul happened after the foul.
Right. So they shot the technicals first, though. So it should be Fisher going to the line for the 1-and-1, correct? No, they're going to say it wasn't a foul, shooting foul. How is that even possible? That was the 17th foul.
I don't know, man.
I don't get it. Terry inbounds to Etienne at the left elbow. I don't understand how that's not a shooting foul. That's 7 fouls. Etienne up high for Fisher. Fisher starts left, looks to go back to the right, bounces the ball to Etienne in front of the Friar bench. He turns, lobs it back out front for Fisher. And now what's Brian O'Connell doing?
Well, the shot clock's at 18. I don't know if they're supposed to get.
Brian O'Connell has completely flipped his lid.
Well, our scorers, they shouldn't have put it at 30 seconds on the shot clock. It should be 20 seconds on the shot clock. So the shot clock should have gone off, right? Or close to. Should be. Let's see. There should be.
Should have. So O'Connell comes over to check with the scoring table, and he's telling the DePaul bench, hang on here, guys. We're going to get it certain out.
So it should be 8 on the shot clock right now.
Yeah, 8 on the shot clock. That's what they're doing. So the shot clock down to 8. The game clock's at 1:50.
Well, you got the hometown people who have to be aware of that. You can't set it back up to 30 seconds on the shot clock.
I don't think the official ever made it clear. I think they also thought they should have been shooting free throws. I still don't understand that one. Foul on the floor was a 1-and-1. So it will be DePaul's basketball with 8 on the shot clock, 1:50 on the game clock, and the Friars leading 29-27. Fisher inbounds, finds Terry. Terry drives to the right side. Oduro picks him up. Now reverses down the lane. Tries to flip it up underhanded. Oh, my goodness. And Matt Potter bails him out and gives the foul to Oduro. Oh,
he certainly did. Terry just lost the ball.
He just lost the ball on that play. There was no contact there. He flipped it up over his head. Goodness gracious.
Well, it shouldn't be at this point. Friars in a 2-point game against DePaul, and you're worried about getting calls now. You should be blowing them out.
But Jalen Terry gets 2 free throws, and the first one bounces out. Went up high on the back rim, hit the right side, and then came out. So he's missed 2 free throws. He's only 1 for 3 at the line as Oduro picks up his first foul. It's team foul 9 thanks to those 2 fouls that Devin Carter just picked up. And now Keandre Young checks back in for DePaul as Jalen Terry has 1 more free throw. He's got 8 first-half points for the Blue Demons and make it 9. And the Friar lead is still 1 at 29-28, 1:43 on the clock. What a bizarre first half. But a lot of it, as you said, Joe, is Providence's own doing. Pierre, right side, finds Carter in front of the Blue Demon bench. Now Floyd touches back center for Pierre. Pierre starts right, cuts to the right, behind the back with the dribble. Now swings it right for Floyd. Backdoor lob down for Oduro. Comes up with it, scores, gets fouled.
What a nice pass by Corey Floyd. Right over the top, put it right where only Oduro could catch it. Oduro takes it up left-handed and gets the foul on that one.
At the end, picks up his second personal. And Oduro continues to control things in the paint.
Well, good thing he's out there right now. He's the only guy scoring.
16 points in the first half here for Josh Oduro.
16 of the 31 the Friars have.
And 3-point try on the way.
Nope.
No good. Missed it. Goodness. 82% foul shooter. 31-28. 1:17 to go in the half. Terry holds his hands high, calls the play, cuts to the left on Pierre, works to the left side, now reverses off a screen to the right, goes up with a jumper outside the foul line, no good. Oduro snags the rebound and holds it and finds Devin Carter. And we got 60 seconds to go in the first half. Devin starts left, cuts right, back to the left again off of Oduro, drives down the right side out to Barron. Barron fakes, drives, kicks it off right corner. Carter scoots to the left, fires off the open 3, got it.
Good ball fake there by Carter. He avoided the shot block right there, step to his left, knocks down the 3.
And Carter's got 14.
Friars get another shot at it too.
34-28, matches their largest lead of the half here. And DePaul calls the use it or lose it 30-second timeout here with 34.9 in the half, 22 on the shot clock. And again, the Friars back up by 6.
The Friars going to play good defense right here. They'll get about 12 seconds left on the shot clock to get a second shot. Get another shot at it. Almost a 2-for-1 right there after Carter knocked down that jumper.
Devin Carter and Josh Oduro, Joe, combined for 30 of the 34 Friar points.
Oh, boy. Well, as long as you're getting them on the board here, Friars need to obviously get some more contributing players offensively. This DePaul team will give you some open looks. DePaul's playing pretty good defense, so I'll give them that for this first half. They haven't been a good defensive team all year, but they feel like they're hanging around in the game. They're playing better defense. They're really popping their step, and that's what happens when you're not ready to put a team away. If you can jump on this team, get up 12, 15 points, they'll just mail it in the rest of the way. So now they think they can get a win. I mean, they haven't had a win in Big East play You don't want them hanging around, think they can win the ball game.
Joe, they haven't won a game this year that they have trailed at halftime. They are 0-21 trailing at halftime.
Well, they haven't won any games to begin with. They only won 3 all year.
and they led all 3 of those games at the half. So 34.9 on the clock, 22 to shoot. It's 34-28 Friars. And Garway Duval will check back in. So Pierre, Duval, Oduro, Floyd, and Barron right now. So Carter inbound from the left side, gets it into the backcourt to Terry. So Terry will work on Pierre. Low dribble to the right, out near the mid-floor circle, keeps that dribble low. Now brings the left-hand dribble to the left side, hands off to Carter, curls to the right. Carter drives all the way to the hoop, lays it up too strong. Etienne with a rebound, no. And a foul called on Duval.
Well, Duval was stuck back there with NTN. I mean, the switch came and he just didn't get there in time.
Second foul on Garway. And that's 10 team fouls, so it's a 2-shot foul here for the Blue Demons. And Mac Etienne will go to the foul line. 6'10", redshirt soft, transfer from UCLA. He's only taken 7 free throws all year and made 5 of them. And the first one here is good. That's his 3rd point of the game. He only averages 1.8.
How does he end up at UCLA and then transfer to DePaul? And I don't get that. Somebody missed on the recruiting side, huh? Is he averaging 1.8 points a game? UCLA made the Final Four a couple of years ago.
Gaines back into the game for the Friars. And Etienne has more try here at the free throw line. He's on 2 NCAA tournament teams for the Bruins. And the second shot is good. 34-30, 18 seconds left. Friars can't have the last possession here. And Pierre's going to let the ball just roll right toward the mid-floor circle, and now he'll pick it up. Crosses in the forecourt with 15 on the clock.
It's like a zone now for DePaul.
2-3 zone for DePaul. Pierre
go with 10. You got to go
slowly
with 10.
at the top of the key with 9, with 8. Starts to the right with 7. Feeds inside. Kicks off right corner. Barron for 3. Short. And the rebound for Etienne, who has it. And there's the buzzer.
Well, they had the shot they wanted. They set that up for Barron in the corner, throwing it inside to Oduro, who draws a double team. Barron was wide open, just couldn't make the shot.
Well, the Friars will lead by 4 at halftime over the DePaul Blue Demons, 34-30. Austin Rooke has your halftime report. Coming up next from Learfield, this is Providence Friar basketball.
What's up, Friar Town? It's Lenny here, and I'm joined by our special guest, Duncan Ambassador Ian Brownhill, and our ultimate fanatic, Chris, who, courtesy of Duncan, will be going on.
I have you guys muted.
Worth of coffee from Dunkin' Donuts. Friar Town, give it up for him! Thank you, Chris, and thank you, Ian. He's rocking the Dunkin'.
All right. Austin, can you talk?
Yeah, you got me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Give it up for him one more time, Friar Town.
Hey, Andrew, can you hear me? Hey, man. What do you have anything from, we'll do Oduro and Carter for highlights because they're the only ones that really did anything.
Welcome to Providence, Rhode Island. We're at the Amica Mutual Pavilion in downtown Providence. Entertainment Big East basketball on tap.
Well, a wise woman once said there's no place like
Okay.
Providence. I couldn't be more true.
Is our body language?
Let's do the and one from Oduro, and then, do you have that Carter 3 from the corner that was at the end of the half?
Let's start this mindset with the intent
Yep.
to be physically nasty and tough this day. That's it. Nice pass goes left hand.
Yeah, Carter 3. That's if you want to. If you can't find the one from the corner, then that one, if you got it, is fine. All right. By the way, I watched the replay of the technical foul. There was nothing in that. He literally tossed the ball like this, and it just happened to hit the guy on the ground. Extremely soft. He did foul him. He absolutely fouled him. But there's no need for a technical there. It was awful. The only reason he called it is because the guy was pissed off, and he wanted to charge Devin. And he's like, oh, this guy must be pissed off for a reason. PC Hockey lost 5-2. Yeah. They're up 1-0 too.
We got a good one here. In Providence, halftime.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's the plan. Hey, can you please? Montgomery Scott helps EC. Austin Rooke with you here at the Amp. It's halftime here in downtown Providence, where the Friars lead it 34-30 over the DePaul Blue Demons. The Friars in that first half were led by two men. Only two other guys even scored in that first half. It was Josh Oduro and Devin Carter combining for 30 of the 34 on the board for the Friars in that first half. And J.O. got it started with this bucket and the and one down low early in the first. Oduro coming in had 98 points in his last 4